Heyo, Bloodroll aka Megabutts. In today's video, we're going to be looking at one of my favorite decks to play in the Pokemon TCG right now. And I feel like this deck's actually pretty well positioned into the meta. It is a bit of a rogue deck, I will admit. However, when I do play the Pokemon TCG, this has been my go-to deck, which I haven't been playing the TCG as much lately, as I've been kind of branching out my content to different types of Pokemon related stuff. Lately, we've been playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, doing an episode video series for that and live streaming it as well. So if that interests you, definitely make sure to check that out as well. Let's get to the deck list. Already here at that deck list, starting us off with Mega Kangaskhan EX with the ability Run Errand. Once during your turn, this Pokemon is in the active spot. You can use this ability and draw 2 cards. You can't use more than 1 Run Errand ability each turn. And then Rapid Fire combo for 3 energy for 200 plus. Flip a coin until you get tails. Does 50 more damage for each heads. So Mega Kangaskhan being one of our primary attackers and our draw engine in this deck as well. But we have paired Mega Kangaskhan with Crustle. Crustles having the ability Mysterious Rock in, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. And then the attack Superb Scissors for 120 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so it's kind of like a shred effect, being able to get through things like Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, which is really nice. But we're also playing some other good supporting cards with this deck as well, playing that Bouffalant with that Curly Well ability, being able to buff up our Mega Kangaskhan even more. Munkidori for that Adrenabrain and that Dark Energy, be able to move 3 damage counters to the other side. Shaymin and Psyduck to protect our bench Pokemon from things like Dragapult and that Phantom Dive attack, and then also being able to protect it from Dusknoir. That blowing up Curse Blast ability is a bit difficult to deal with, so we're playing Shaymin and Psyduck for both of those. For the supporter count here, we do have 4 Arven, 3 Boss, 2 Penny, 2 Iono, and 2 Crispin. And then for our item count, we're playing 4 Jumbo Ice Cream, being able to heal 80 damage from your active Pokemon that has 3 or more energy attached, which is really nice as well. 4 Pokegear 3.0, 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Ultra Ball, 1 Energy Switch, 1 Nest Ball, and then for our ace pick of choice is going to be that precious Trolley. Trolley is really important in any deck that I feel like is playing Mega Kangaskhan right now, or Mega Absol Box is a big one that's been using this ace spec a lot, but we need to be able to get our Kangaskhan's in play, our Munkidori's in play, our Shaymin or our Psyduck, depending on our matchups, also our Dwebbles and Bouffalants as well, all kind of matchup dependent on really what we go for, but Trolley is the best card for that. For our tools, we got 2 Tendon Machine Turbo Energize, 2 Air Balloon, 2 Bravery Charm, and 1 Luxurious Cape. And then also playing 2 copies of Town Store to be able to find all these different tools. And then for our energy count here, we do have 4 Dark, 3 Grass, 2 Mist, and 1 Psychic Energy. Now, let's jump to that gameplay. Already here at that gameplay, at the coin flip, we are going to be electing to either go first or second. We are going to pick first here. Now, we could have gone second. Either one is really good for this deck, to be quite honest. Going first allows us to get set up quickly and allows us to evolve our Dwebbles into Crustles very quickly as well. However, going second allows us to Turbo Energize and being able to use a supporter and things like that. Our opponent here going to be on that Chien-Pao EX deck probably with that Frigibax. Now, I personally think that Chien-Pao has been making a bit of a comeback, and I do think that it's not a terrible deck. However, I'm sure people in the comments are going to be like, Chien-Pao's barely even a deck, dude. It's so bad. Whatever, man. Who cares? It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're playing Kangaskhan Crustle, okay? Anyway, Mega Kangaskhan EX here off that Ultra Ball. Mega Kangaskhan onto the bench. Going to be having that ability, that Run Errand. Going to be able to draw some cards hopefully here. We're going to attach the Mist Energy to our Mega Kangaskhan and pass turn. Now, we do have Earthen Vessel, Tendon Machine Turbo Energize, and Bravery Charm in hand. So, we're going to have to kind of see what all gets pieced together here for us. Not a great start. We're really hoping to find some more pieces, but we'll have to see, like I said, kind of how it all pieces together. Our opponent here going to lose Determination, get a Kyogre EX down, which I think actually is a pretty solid card overall. And then a Nest Ball for that Chien-Pao here. Over to us, we're going to Earthen Vessel, pitch that Munkidori. We don't really need it in this matchup, I think. And then we're going to get ourselves 2 Dark Energy here. Dark Energies go into the hand. We're going to attach the Bravery Tron to our Mega Kangaskhan EX. Attach the Tendon Machine Turbo Energize. And then we're also going to be able to use that Turbo Energize attack now. Going to be able to put 2 energies here onto our Mega Kangaskhan. So Mega Kangaskhan going to get powered up here, get into those 3 energies, which is exactly where we need it to be, so we can start hitting with that rapid fire combo attack. And I'm pretty pumped because I feel like we're going to be taking some knockouts here soon. Now our opponent here going to Arven, get some extra pieces, get the Bravery Charm, get the Rare Candy, get into the Baxcalibur here. Going to be able to have that Super Cold ready to go. Earthen Vessel for our opponent, going to be pitching that Baxcalibur, getting 2 energies out of the deck. Super Cold, going to be able to throw a bunch of water energies into play. So 1 to the Baxcalibur and then 1 to the Chien-Pao as well, which is pretty good. Going to be able to energy retrieval here, getting both of those energies actually back out of the discard pile after retreating from that Baxcalibur. Going to be able to Super Cold again and put them onto their Chien-Pao or their Kyogre or whatever, so they can use that Hail Blade attack. But first, Shivery Chill, get 2 energies, get them out of the deck, put them into the hand. Super Cold, throw all of the energies into play. We have now 5 energies in play for our Chien-Pao Enjoyer, Chien-Pao strongest soldier here, cooking absolutely right now. And I'm gonna Hail Blade for 120 damage, discarding 2 of those energies to do so, KOing our Bouffalant. So now, going over to the Mega Kangaskhan EX in our active spot, we do need a pretty big draw here for our run air. We're gonna get Town Store in play, which isn't terrible. Town Store are gonna allow us to look through our deck, get a nice tool card. We're also gonna take a quick peek, see what else we got going on. We're gonna get the Air Balloon. We're gonna throw down the Bouffalant, attach the Air Balloon to the Bouffalant, and then trying to get a KO here. And we end up being able to hit 300 damage, which is absolutely crazy. Getting, not gonna lie, pretty lucky here on the coin flips for that KO, getting 2 prize cards. We're at a 4-5 split, looking pretty solid for us here, the Mega Kangaskhan Crustle player. Now, ideally, I would like to go into Crustle for this matchup. However, we haven't been able to piece that together, and honestly, going into Mega Kangaskhan with 2 Bouffalants and a Bravery Charm attached is going to be really hard for our Chien-Pao player to take a knockout on. I mean, 350 damage, plus you're going to be taking even less damage from the Curly Wall ability on top of that. We're over 400 damage, 400 HP effectively. That's a lot of energy to be discarding to take a knockout. Now, granted, if they do, it's 3 prizes, which does feel pretty bad, but we'll have to see. We're going to retreat out of the Baxcalibur here into another Chien-Pao with another Bravery Charm attached. Shivery Chill for our opponent here. Going to be able to get 2 water energies out of the deck here. Going to be able to put them into play using that Super Cold ability here. Super Cold going to throw both of the water energies into play, attaching to the Kyogre EX. So they're going to be able to hit for 5 total amount of energy, which is going to be 300 damage here, which is going to be pretty solid for them. If they would have had 1 more, it would have been pretty bad for us. They would have taken the knockout, unfortunately, with 360, but we did get a little lucky, I will say. So now we are just trying to piece it all together here. We drew for turn. We did the run errand. We're going to Town Store here. We're trying to just find as much as we can. We got an Air Balloon. We're going to Night Stretcher here. We're actually going to grab the Bouffalant, put the Bouffalant in play, and then we're going to attach the Air Balloon to that Bouffalant. And I'm like, okay, I need to do something. I don't know what it is yet, but we got to do something. So I could Jumbo Ice Cream here or Precious Trolley and get another Kangaskhan setup. But if I do that, I'm effectively losing energy, which does feel pretty bad. So we're going to see what we can do here. We're going to Precious Trolley. We're going to grab ourselves a Dwebble and the Mega Kangaskhan. Dwebble, Munkidori, and the Bouffalant. Now, I did know in the beginning of this, I said that Munkidori is really bad for this matchup. However, in this exact instance, it's pretty solid because if I can get 1 heads flip off of this rapid fire combo, we are taking a knockout on this Chien-Pao. So we need 1 heads off of this, and unfortunately, we didn't get it. So 200 damage going onto that Chien-Pao. 230 HP is how much it has, how much damage counter, it has on it. It has 50 HP, or 40 HP left. Math is difficult. They're going to put another Chien-Pao here on the bench. Going to get Shivery Chill, 2 more energies out of the deck here. Going to be able to attach them to their Pokemon. So, you know, we're going to have to see. So super cold here, throwing 2 water energies into play. Gonna be able to take a knockout actually on our Mega Kangaskhan, unfortunately. However, I'm not sure if the math works out for them actually, because we have our Bouffalants in play. So with our Bouffalants in play, they're going to be doing 120 damage, but we're going to be taking 80 less damage from that. So it's only 40 damage to our Mega Kangaskhan, which will actually survive. So Bouffalants plus the Munkidori combo, just showing why it's got the stuff. But boss's orders here are going to be pulling up the Dwebble. Now, if they take the knockout here, they do take a prize. However, I get to just go free back into the Mega Kangaskhan and then take a knockout. So they do just pass. However, they don't know I have 2 pennies in hand either. So it's kind of, unfortunate for them. But Talos Roar, just cleaning out the deck, thinning it a little bit here. We do have the penny, but first we're going to Adrenal Brain with that Munkidori here. Moving 3 damage counters. We're going to put them on the benched Chen Pao, just setting up for a future turn. Penny, pick up the Dwebble, going to go right into our Mega Kangaskhan. We're going to run errand first, draw 2 cards, and our opponent concedes. They know they can't come back. We have the Bouffalant set up. We got the Munkidori. We had another one in hand actually for a Dark Energy as well. And on top of that, we were just hitting for crazy amounts of damage, 200 at the very least. Really being able to showcase just kind of how much pressure this deck can put on, but also still having kind of the control elements to the deck as well, with the Crustles having that control element to it, but the aggression and power that Mega Kangaskhan provides. Very nice kind of hybrid deck there, which I enjoy a lot, kind of aggro control, if it were. Let's get into the outro. Alright, it's going to go for today's video. I will make sure to put the deck list that I played in today's video in the description below, ready for copy paste into TCG Live. And let me know what you guys think of this deck as well in the comments below. I think this deck is severely underrated and it's incredibly fun to play. Like I said, it's definitely a rogue deck for sure, but I feel like one of the best rogue decks to play right now, especially in the meta that we're in. Now, if you guys want the content I've been making stuff for the channel, definitely make sure to leave a like, smash the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!